The day I received it, boy.
This meeting is being recorded.
I know, I know. Yo, congratulations again, man. It's
Thank
he.
you.
Yeah, I know you put in that work. And you been talking about. I remember you were in you were at Bowie in college, and you were like, "Yo, I'm about to finish this last semester and then lock in."
Not for real. Not for real. But thank you. Like, thank you. Last time, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
It's all God, man. You talk to your mom. Do you?
Yeah, I talked to my mom. She was kind of like me for real. Cause
You
she
said
just showed,
she was what?
she was kind of like me for real. For real. She was just very happy. Oh yeah, I read it because she know the hard work I put into it too. Bro.
You tell your brother?
Nah. Oh yeah, I told mom. Yeah, I told parents. I told like just about that many people. My pops, mom, and my dudes.
No, they were happy.
Yes, sir.
Yo, congrats, man. Like when you told me, I was happy. Like I got the offer letter.
Yeah, that's all right,
Please.
man.
Nah, I'm really happy for you, bro. You deserve it. You put in that work.
I remember when I joined the program, like you never stopped working yourself. Like you revamped it, like the message and the intent and like the guidelines never changed, but you revamped like how you presented it to us, and that shit. I appreciate that, for real, man. Huh?
Of yeah, of course. I'm always thinking like, how can I make this better? How can I get you guys to get to the end goal easier, faster, smoother? So there's a lot that needs to be done too as well in terms of my standards, but it's best to start something instead of waiting years for it to be perfect, So I'm glad, you went through the program, you followed the system and you got results and no one can take that from you, bro. No one can take that from you. So now we're just gonna start this off. Just that I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, nothing too crazy, but so who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, so I'm Malcolm Cisse. Um, I currently work in a hospital in the registration department, and I'm an apparel brand owner. I'm also a recent college
Okay.
girl.
Okay. And so can you give us a brief overview of your background?
So my background into IT, I've actually never held a IT position. I acquired about 4 IT certifications. They had expired, but that's just my background. I've done a lot of freelancing, um, building PCs, but no official job.
And so you got 4 certifications and you were still kind of struggling getting an IT job, correct?
Correct. I even struggle finding a help desk position. Um, yeah.
So I want to highlight that because a lot of people talk about going for certifications and preach the opposite. You actually need experience. You need a system to be able to get these offer letters. Can you talk about the difference between going down the certification route and then also going down this program? Which one was actually more beneficial for you?
Yeah, that's a good question because when you go into this program, you realize like real world projects is what's needed. Something that you're going to have a real life conversation, something that's actually impactful. So with certifications, it kind of is, I think they're very needed and they're beneficial because you get to learn. But um, in this program as well, you also do the same type of learning. And with certifications, it can only take you so far with the knowledge you do, but like nothing can substitute than what you're actually trying to get employed to do.
Okay. And so how do you feel what do you feel like is the main difference between the certification route and then this program in terms of um, the stuff that we do here, projects, interviews, preps, stuff like that?
Well, certification route, it depends also how you go. Because if you join another, like, let's say workshop or a master class to learn certification, uh, like what I've learned more than recently, you want to learn exactly what you want to get hired for. Um, it makes learning everything and retaining everything more natural. You get the full scope, and that's kind of what's going to propel you as you start the journey. Um, the certification route, um, yeah, like I don't want to say don't get certifications because like it's a plus, but it depends what you really want to do and what you really Like, what's your goal?
Yep. Okay. So a lot of people think like, oh, I need to get a certification to get a job. Was that the case for you?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. Um, there's a lot of people they're trying to break into tech. They're trying to get that offer letter. And even for me, I'm like, oh, I need security plus, and then I get it the job. That wasn't the case for me. Was that wasn't the case for you either in terms of certification jobs? That's
Not really.
okay. And so what was like the process of you, getting a job? Like if somebody's listening out there and they're like, okay, wait a minute, I don't need to go get certification to get a job. That path does not work. What would you tell them right now or your past self? This is what you need to do to get a job in tech.
So you want to learn the fundamentals. Like, you need to know what's going on. So I would say start at the very basic level. Learn about computers, learn about networks, um, learn about networking, like the protocols. Like, take yourself through it. Build your own workstation, build a PC, do these real hands-on things. Um, and specifically, if we could tailor it to this, you will want to learn the services or what's in line with what you want to do. So let's say Docker, or you can still, no, it's still a lot to learn. So you can learn about databases, how it actually connects, VPCs. Take yourself down that real fundamental route. Anything that doesn't make sense to you, that's at a baseline level, try to understand it. And then, I'm sorry, I kind of got straight from the question. I know start
Yeah.
with at a fundamental level is good.
We could take it like a step back and high level overview. Like if you were to say, learn the fundamentals, then do this, like on a high level.
Learn the fundamentals, learn the DevOps skills and tools that's needed. Uh, Take the time to apply the skills you learn. So that means like chaos building, build it, break it, actually figure out why things are breaking. And yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um, and then what motivated you to hop on a call and talk with us about helping you in the first place?
My methods weren't working for finding an IT position.
Okay. And what was your method before?
So it was a lot of what I said previously, but the projects, um, knowing actually what to do. Um, that's where you kind of would want to find advice. You realize still also, even if I may have the skills, there's people that are actually doing it. And why not be in alignment, with what's already done, than rather still trying to waste my time on figuring if it's right or wrong when it's actually being done with concrete evidence.
Mm. So really just learn from people that's already doing in the field instead of kind of going about on your own certifications, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's essential.
Okay. And so what was the state of your career? I know you talked about it a little bit, but what was the state of your career before you started working with us?
Um, just working in a registration department in a hospital. So just working with like patients, data intake. That's really good.
Okay. What was like the biggest challenge you faced in your career?
A bottleneck I face, like more than recently, I'm more than recently that I came to awareness, is just feeling stagnant. Like, just feeling this wasn't going to work for me. Um,
So just stuck at your career, not knowing where to go.
I wouldn't say not knowing where to go because I knew this wasn't for me,
Mm.
but knowing that the time has come, that change is needed. There's no like, it's not cloudy.
Mm.
This is what I want to do for myself.
Okay. And what did you do to try and solve that challenge that you had?
Oh man, well, first I seen you were given free game on how to become a cloud AWS cloud engineer. Um, so I reached out to you.
Okay. Are you glad that you reached out?
Yes.
What does success look like to you going into the program?
Success going into the program?
Yeah, what did it look like? You know, when you were like starting out in a program, what did it look like for you?
Oh, learning, learning how to learn. Um, and that's the sauce for real for principles. Um, yeah, that's what hit me like initially in the program.
And so you felt like, so how do we help you achieve that success?
I got you. It was blueprinted on what actions you need to do to achieve the goal you're setting for yourself. Um, Making it more concrete. Like, people say they want things, but can you really like see is that something you want? And then now that you know that, what are you willing to do to get it done? So that was kind of highlighted early in this program.
Okay. You feel like you got the skill set of like learning how to learn. I know you said that was a big one, but you felt like you obtained that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And so what do the next 12 months look like for you?
Good question. I was gonna talk about the next 2 months, but
We can do 2 months too. It's up to you.
becoming and striving and in the position that I'm in right now. So becoming a well-seasoned DevOps engineer, taking the next step in my career, and essentially staying true to my work train. Staying true to the goals set also in the program. Like achieve, like finding the AWS position was one of it, but like I'm big on what I say. So principles is bigger than also land the job. Like it's a framework.
Hmm. Okay. And so knowing what you know now, if you were to do it all over again, what would you do differently?
From this jump, I'll make sure I get 2 notebooks. I'll make sure I get a whiteboard, and I'll make sure I'll be very organized going through the program. I'll make sure when I do my documentation, I'll do my best to not mix it as I'm completing something for you, but I'm doing this because this is critical. This is a real skill I'm developing. Yeah. But
Okay. And you wish like you would have joined the program earlier, knowing what you know now?
I don't think so because it wasn't necessarily right in my timeline. I think I needed to fail actually a little bit longer. So no.
Okay.
But am I happy at the time I did join? Heck yeah. I try my best not to. Yeah, I'm refraining from you compared to.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm the same way. Like my failures kind of created that dog in me. Like really just go crazy. Um, so what was your favorite part of the program? It's no wrong answers.
No, I'm telling you how I feel, man. It's the encouragement for real. Like it's a community based type of thing. It's not really that easy to find things where you're gonna get it on a platform that's well developed like this. So yeah, the community based type of vibe because we're all actually trying to achieve something in there. So it's a real thing in it.
You feel like did you actually feel connected to a community like you were not alone and it kind of helped you like move forward?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a shout out, Emmanuel. Yeah, he really did do his due diligence. The check-ins, they were real. So yeah,
Like setting the weekly goals and stuff like that, making sure you're moving forward.
correct. Yeah, checking in, seeing where you at, along your timeline, just checking in.
Okay.
So.
Okay. That sense of accountability right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's real because a check in, you feel me? It's just a check in.
Mhm. You know, and the thing is, like mentally, he's about to check in like every Sunday. So it's like, all right, let me make sure I got something to tell.
True.
So for anyone trying to achieve a similar level of success as yourself, what's one thing they should avoid?
Trying to master everything all at once. Um, I say take it one step at a time, but you also need to make sure you're guided properly as well. So if you are committed to something, whatever the program is, I say you gotta stay true to it. Once you start, jumping from everywhere when you're especially just learning, it could be a lot. So if it is mapped out for you in a way, stay true.
Okay. Um, and if you were to give one piece of like hard tactical advice to anyone listening that may be looking for a leg up, what would that be?
I'm sorry, what was the last part you said?
So pretty much if you can give one piece of hard tactical advice to anyone who's listening that may be looking for a leg up, like what would that be? Like who's just looking for, a way to just a really good jump.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, dog, them days, like even when you feel discouraged or like I'm just not in the mood or you just not feeling it, like those are the days where like let's say you do 30 minutes. Those are the days where if you just do five that day, like a win is a win. Like it's those days that really go to build the resiliency or even when you review it again, it starts to click. Like we know like what you said, like shit's a console, so like, we play video games. Like, all right, you couldn't beat that boss. That's all good. I'm gonna get out with you. You feel me? So it's that kind of that hard truth.
Okay. Okay. And so the last question is if there's anyone watching this who's on the fence about joining the 1% University, what would you tell them?
Um, I mean, invest in yourself. Um, Trust your eyes. Look what you see. If it's something in alignment with you, eh, invest in yourself because that's what you're really doing. You're investing in yourself.
Do you regret the decision you made to actually like put that time and energy into this program?
No.
All right, as simple as that. Okay. Okay. Um, no, that's pretty much it. So at the end of these like testimonials, I like to have like I want to give the floor to you. You can say something if or you don't have to, but I like to call it like a 1% gem. What's like 1% a 1% gem that you want to give out to anyone like listening to this? Let's say someone is like that was in your position, they're looking for a way to make more money, work less by obtaining this cloud engineer skill. What would you really tell? Like, what would you tell 'em?
To be honest, it would have been the 5 minute um per day type of thing. When there's no motivation or even this discouragement, um, stay true, and it really does start to make more sense. Like the work you put in it doesn't go to waste. Um, really stay true and always know that like you're not in this alone. Like we all really are trying to achieve it. So please don't feel discouraged. Just know there's resources out there for you. Don't feel scared to utilize them and stay true. Just those two things. Utilize your resources and stay true.
Yes, sir. Okay. I forgot to ask. So, from when you like really logged in, like when there was no distractions, because I know you were in school. Like how long did it take for you to actually get an offer letter, if you know?
Dude. So once I finished school, I say I bumped it up a little, but I was so busy, boy. Oh my goodness. Summer. Um, I revamped it up like these last 2 weeks and a half, like 20, 25 plus applications. um, like completing projects, you know, like I was talking about chaos engineering, so I'm just messing up stuff on purpose, and I'm implementing like how I fixed it and how you know it relates in the real world, like a user spike or something, of a web application. Um, so about 2 weeks, half 2 weeks and a half, 3. And then there was actually a company I had applied to, and they said they just kept the application in their database, and then they reached back out to me.
That was the job. That was the company that you got.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it a remote position?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you mind sharing how much you're making right now?
I'm making about 40,000 a year.
Okay.
Right.
And then what was the offer that you're making? Not sure how.
$45 an hour bi-weekly.
Okay.
Not even break down the full numbers.
Because I think that's like, I think you're making double. You're making double of what you're making now. I think that's around like, let me see.
Like 80, 90.
Mm-hmm. It's like 93. So almost 100K. That's not bad. Perfect. Okay. So based on, like the program, the skill sets, like do you feel like if you wanted to, you can like confidently run the system and get another offer letter based on the skill set that you have?
No question.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Cool, cool. No, that's pretty much it. I appreciate your time, bro. Um, it was a really good call. I want to say, and I actually forgot to say this to the last couple of students, but like your life has changed forever. And I'm speaking from experience, but I got my first offer letter. It's cloud engineer. You're gonna have a lot more time freedom and then also, more money. But use that time to like really lock in on this job and really become a beast at this job. Like no one should ever question your ability to get anything done. The same stuff that I've taught you in the program, how to troubleshoot, how to actually figure stuff out that you don't know, and just the level of output that you need to have on any job, that needs to be there. If they're expecting you at a 5 out of 10, you need to be there. You need to perform at a 12 out of 10. And so that just puts you in a position where even if, let's just say they're doing cuts, they're not even going to think about firing you. And then also the skill set that you learn on the job, the experience that you learn on the job is going to set you apart from a version of you that just, floated by. So really obtain that experience, obtain that, skill set that you're going to learn on the job. And then now you're even stronger in your cloud engineer skill set to be able to apply to another job, get a job. You just become stronger. It's like playing a video game. You're like on a next level.
So shit for them.
Yes, sir. So your journey just started and it's a blessing, bro. So I'm excited for you, honestly.
Thank you for sharing this last piece of information with me. I appreciate that. Nah, because that's real. I feel very real. All of what you said is kind of how I was already interpreting it. Dog, I've had a long day time. I was stressed earliest thing, but nah, I appreciate what you said.
Of course. No, it's the same thing my mentor told me. I took that advice, and honestly, that's how I got even this program was built, because I took that advice. I learned that plus more outside this, the job, create this program, create the blueprint, and here we are, man. So I'm glad you met. Like I said, when you had texting me the offer letter, I was like, yo, let's go. Cause I'm like, yo, it's like I got this offer letter, bro. It's crazy. I'm glad for you, man. I'm really happy for you. So, once again, congratulations, man. And it's just the beginning. Let's work.
Let's work, bro. Hey, let's work. Appreciate you, boss.
Appreciate you.